Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Broken Sword 3, where I think over the course of the next sort of little while I'm going to probably aim to get as much of this game done as possible. Um, so yeah, I'm going to look to try my best to do at least this section of the game, because this is my favourite bit of the game. And then after we've done this, I probably will do the part after that. And then it'll be pretty much the end. There's not a lot more to go really. I probably could get it done in maybe about, I don't know, maybe 10 parts. So I'm probably going to try and do as much as this section of the game as possible in this video. So there are some funny things that you can do during this bit. So I will be loading and showing those off. I will try and edit out as much as I possibly can. It's just the editing, I need to convert them, then I need to edit them, then I need to publish them. So it's taken a lot longer, whereas normally before I will just convert without editing. But to be honest, I think now that I'm starting to edit, I think people will probably appreciate that. And obviously from this point on, certainly from part 11, this LP is now in HD. I don't know why it wasn't recording in HD, but my capture software is not wanting to record in HD. I don't understand why. I'm trying to fix it, but at the moment I've just got to deal with what I can deal with. If I do record them in HD, I normally don't bother converting them because because they weren't in the right format last time. Now they're in a format where I can easily convert them even in MP4 format. So now that that's the case, I'm able to edit. Anyway, let's see what this gate is going to tell us.
Looks like it's a car park.
Uh-oh. George, over there, in the light.
A couple of heavies with guns. Suddenly, patent law had its attractions. The gates were secured, but not by any lock I could see. The ironwork was solid. Look up there, on the gate.
Some kind of sensor.
Maybe it opens the gates remotely. The ironwork was solid. Nico looked as determined as ever. Nico?
Yes?
Any ideas on how to get inside?
If you were clever, you'd have brought plans of the place.
Oh, I would I?
Of course, I realize that's not your style.
Obviously not yours either.
No, I prefer the challenge of winging it.
My feelings exactly. Besides, there's usually a solution at hand.
I'm worried they might have already killed Bruno.
Well, let's hope he didn't tell him too much.
You're all heart, George.
This castle looks really old.
Medieval, George.
Yeah, that too. By the way, have you and Labano...
Have we what?
Have you been doing that... stuff?
What stuff?
Boy-girl stuff?
Oh, that stuff.
Yeah, that stuff.
Boy-girl stuff.
That's what I said.
Listen, George. Andre is a good friend.
Yeah? So it's just a coincidence he's around again?
He's an expert in ancient manuscripts. Who else was I going to call?
Oh, what's wrong with the very old, very ugly experts you see all over the place? Shame we can't fix it.
Let's face it, George. It wasn't exactly getaway material.
So this game, obviously I've said already, with these controls is very frustrating, but I can't do it on PS2 because the game, when I got to Paris 1, got very, very laggy.
I knew we should have taken that free upgrade. What do you think's wrong with it?
At a guess? Valves, gasket, cam belt, bearings, clutch, drive shaft, springs.
So nothing too serious then.
Be easier to build a new one from scratch.
The car had died, and there was nothing I could do to bring it back to life. These were serious gates. They were also very locked. I tried to look through, but the gap between the gates was non-existent. I could hear a dog on the other side. Sounds like security's pretty tight.
I know. You distract the dog, and I'll take out the guard.
Oh, very funny. We're gonna have to be careful here. or we're dead. They were locked, all right.
George, anyone who buys gates like these keeps them locked, okay?
Hey, I don't see you trying to get us inside. Stuck on the top of the pillars was a pair of stone statues. Nice dragons.
We're not on the sculpture tour, George.
Just getting to grips with local culture. Stuck on the top of the pillars was a pair of stone statues. There was a small button to press. I was looking forward to meeting the butler. This guy was no butler.
What do you want?
Hi. Nice evening.
Clear off.
I was hoping you could help me. My car.
Tough.
But
This is private property. Get lost.
well, his interpersonal skill set needs a little work.
George, did you seriously expect him to open the gate for you?
Well, I certainly expected better manners.
Go away.
Well, that's different. There's normally another conversation with him, with George.
Go away.
Okay, well, that clearly does not work.
Nico?
Yes?
Hey, Nico, will you press this button?
What do you have in mind, George?
See if you can get the guard to open the gate.
What do you want? Oh.
Bonjour, chérie. I have a tiny problem with my car. Could you help me with it?
Oh, I could help you with it, all right.
You are so kind.
You're French, aren't you?
God, that's incredible. How did you know?
Oh, I've been around.
Oh, I bet you have.
So, what brings a pretty little thing like you up here on her own?
I'm on holiday.
Don't get too many tourists here.
I'm lost.
Well, consider yourself found, baby. Where's Turnip Head?
He left me here. Said he was going to get help.
So, what's the problem?
The car I hired seems to have blown up.
It's a trabi. It's meant to.
Couldn't you at least have a look at it?
I'm on duty.
Please. I'd be ever so grateful.
How grateful?
Very grateful.
That's not grateful enough. If you leave it to cool down, it should start up again.
Nico?
Yes?
Can you try to distract them again?
Okay, so probably from after this point, I will be cutting out, sort of like asking Nico to open up the gate, because you can do this at least 4 times, I think.
Look, I I've already told you I can't help you.
Oh, but it's so lonely out here. Just talk to me for a little while.
All right, but only for a minute or two.
What's your name, Sherry?
Boris, what's yours?
Helene.
Oh, that's a pretty name.
So's Boris.
Do you think so?
Oh, yes. Very sexy.
Really?
Boris. Boris. Je t'adore, Boris. Oh, I was hoping that George had the sense to take advantage of my performance. You must be very important guarding a place like this.
Yeah, well, big castle needs a big guy to guard it.
Oh, and you are a big guy, Boris.
Of course, I don't ask what goes on inside.
Just a job.
That's right. Best not to know. Look, I gotta go and check in.
Okay. Bye-bye, big boy. Come back and see me.
Hey, you! Where are you going? Clear off!
That's what happens if you come out before he closes the door. Now, let's ask her. Why can't I move? Oh, that's fair.
Nico,
Yes?
can you try to distract them again?
Look, Hélène, I can't keep coming out to talk to you.
Just talk a little longer, please, Boris.
Okay.
Do you live in Prague?
When I'm not on duty.
Oh, let's go there. Together. You and I. We could see the sights, have dinner, go dancing, walk hand in hand in the shimmering moonlight.
That's unlikely to happen.
What? Why not?
Gets quite cloudy at night, Prague. What about your boyfriend?
He's useless. I'm going to dump him anyway.
Right. Trouble is, I don't think my wife would be too happy me taking a woman to Prague.
Does she need to know?
Ha! Everybody talks about you French women and your progressive ways.
Funny. Nobody ever talked about our progressive music.
That's because it was crap. Everyone knows that.
See, if you actually do this, you get some rather funny conversations, and if you are if you don't go in, you get an even funnier sort of little bit of an extra cutscene, as you might say.
Nico,
Yes?
can you try to distract them again?
This is the last time, George. You'd better get inside this time.
Look, miss, this is...
I'd gotten over the first hurdle, but there were more guards inside, and some of them had dogs, too. I wasn't gonna do that.
I think we better save the game, don't you think? Right. This bit involves a lot of sort of walking around, a lot of sneaking, so I'm not necessarily going to edit this out because it's important for you guys to see exactly how you do it. Right, make it be very careful with this bit.
It was a pretty ordinary trash can. Rooting around in trash cans, one of my little foibles. Sometimes you get lucky and find a real treasure. Hey, string! You never knew when a piece of string was going to come in handy. The trash can was nothing special. This trash can was empty. Apart from the garbage, of course.
Recycling bins as well.
You've seen one trash can, you've seen them all. This trash can looked promising. America's best export, a burger. I put the half-eaten burger in my pocket. Must have been some kind of urban survival instinct at work. Nothing struck me as strange about the trash can. I was pretty sure I'd seen James Bond do something clever with foil once. Trouble was, I couldn't remember what. The windows were securely locked. All I could see inside were half-painted walls and a bunch of decorator stuff.
Okay, let's save the game.
The windows were securely locked. All I could see inside were half-painted walls and a bunch of decorator stuff. The doors were heavy and solid-looking.
Hey, you!
Whoops. I died.
There was nothing else of use in the trash can. I tried the doors, but they were locked.
Right, this bit I'm actually going to probably cut out because we don't necessarily need to worry about it. Actually, no, it's not going to be very long, is it? Right. No, push it. No, this doesn't need to be cut out. I was going to cut it out, but it doesn't need to be cut out. Get up there, George.
The doors were heavy and solid looking. tried the doors, but they were locked.
Right. Now, a lot of this is just like climbing and going around the castle, but I'm not going to cut any of this out, except for maybe a little bit, well, I don't know why I'm talking about cutting things out, I don't really need to. It's just getting used to it. I don't know, you know, I don't know if I will cut everything out of the video.
There was no way to open the window. There was no way to open the window. I could see more guards in the foyer. The building looked pretty classy inside. There was no way to open the window. I could see more guards in the foyer. The building looked pretty classy inside.
Right, save the game. In fact, on this particular video, I probably won't cut anything. I'm not going to cut anything out. So it'll be a raw video, but just on this one, just for this, maybe this one video. Might be a little bit of editing, maybe, but mostly. Whoa! I paused. Why did I fucking do that? Actually, I probably will edit this out. All the pushing of the blocks and whatnot. Because it was going to take me a little while to do this. Actually... Get off the fox. As simple as that. Right.
The fence looked pretty strong. Amazingly, the dog was even uglier than the guard. I sure was glad we had a fence between us.
Be quiet! What is it, boy? What is it, boy? Be quiet! What are you doing near my dog?
Whoops. That didn't really go well.
Be quiet! Be quiet! Be quiet! Be quiet! Will you shut up? Will you shut up? What is it, boy?
Right. I think a bit of an
Did it,
Easter egg,
boy?
really. You don't have to do this, but you
I
can
hoped
give.
it wasn't choosy about
Will
what
you shut up?
There was no time to go hunting for pickles.
Will you shut up? Be quiet!
Hey, what kept you?
Oh, just chatting to Boris about old girlfriends.
See the helicopter?
Yep, Cesaro's favorite airline.
George, you need to find a remote. That's how the gates work, I think.
I couldn't open them from the inside either. The ironwork was solid. I was glad Nico was with me. Hey, Nico, see any more guards you fancy?
You owe me big time for that one, George. My mouth tastes of cabbage.
So what's new?
Hey, watch it.
Oh, Boris. Boris.
Next time, you kiss Boris, okay?
I still haven't found a way to open these gates.
Come on, George. Kick ass. I heard the guard reporting in. That Petra woman is going to be here any minute. Look, there's some sort of sensor up there.
Okay, I'm on it.
Right, okay, so we now need to find a way of getting Nico in here. So what you need to do, you need to walk round the outside. Don't go down the middle because you will get killed. There's only one guard in this area as far as I'm aware.
The small door looked out of place set into the wall like this. There was nothing behind the door, or my ear problem was back. This wasn't the way in. There was no sign of a lock, but somehow it was fastened tight. The area behind the gate looked like a small store area. Some kind of handle had been wedged into the door at the back. There was no way I was going to get through this door without help. The button opened the gate, but it closed again when I let go. There was a small button to press.
Right.
Pretty sleek. State of the art. I decided against it. Heat-seeking missiles can be quite distracting if they go off by mistake. The car looked pretty sleek. They must have known I was coming. All locked. I could just make out what appeared to be a small storeroom. The small window was slightly ajar. There was a gap in the window, but it wouldn't budge.
Right.
The doors were heavy and solid looking. I tried the doors, but they were locked. The car looked pretty sleek. They must have known I was coming. All locked. Looks like somebody had started to repair the Jeep and got bored. It was a small device with a button. Maybe just the thing I was looking for. There was nothing in the glove compartment. The glove compartment was empty. Must have run out of gloves.
Oh, very funny, George. Was this in there before? I don't remember this being in here. Oh, it's a bloody trick. It makes you think there's something down here. If you were playing the game for the first time, you would automatically go down there. You know, I would. I just did. I mean, come on.
Shazam!
Wonderful, George.
Uh-oh. Here come the guards.
Let's hide.
I was glad Nico was with me. Hey, Nico. See any more guards you fancy?
You owe me big time for that one, George. My mouth tastes of cabbage.
So what's new?
Hey, watch it.
Oh, Boris. Boris.
Next time, you kiss Boris, okay?
Okay, so we're just going to go on for a little bit longer, because I know the bit where I'm going to stop this video is... Just going to do one final bit, and then we will be calling an end to this video.
Hey, Nico. Will you press that button?
What is it with you and buttons, George?
Just keep your finger on it until I get out again, okay? There was a metal handle jammed into the doors. Can you try the button again? Now, which one's the lucky one? I needed all the luck I could get. I thought I'd take the handle. I was improvising every step of the way. I decided against it. Heat-seeking missiles can be quite distracting if they go off by mistake. Hey, Nico. See any more guards you fancy?
You owe me big time.
Oh, same conversation.
My mouth tastes of cabbage.
So what's new?
Hey, watch it.
Oh, Boris. Boris.
Next time, you kiss Boris, okay?
Why did I have to put that same bloody conversation in? And leave it in there whenever you talk to her in this particular area.
The car jack was one of the heavy-duty types. The release handle was missing. The Jeep descended to the ground. The handbrake was on. I let the handbrake off. The Jeep was in the middle of being repaired. Oops, there goes my no claims bonus. The drain pipe looked like the way onto the roofs. After you, Nico.
This is definitely not a case of ladies first.
Well, you want me to test it out?
Well, obviously. George?
Whoa! Nico, watch out below! Jeez, only just made it. You were right!
Of course! I'm not stupid!
You're gonna have to find another way in if you can.
Okay, George.
Alright, so with that, I think we're going to call that a video. Where we're now playing as Nico. So we're going to look at this.
The bracket had fallen from the drain pipe when George climbed it. I thought the bracket might come in handy.
But we're going to do that next time, guys. So as always, thank you very, very much for watching. And I'll see you then. Ta-ta for now.